This week's guidance from the Ascended Masters, Archangels, Star Nations families, Earth elements, Fey elders, angelic legions, dragon tribes, and other light beings known as the Collective. The Collective, greetings, dear ones. We are as always very pleased to speak with you today. And so, our writer has asked us to speak on the fires that have been raging in the Los Angeles area for a number of days now. My friends, as many are now, I have been horrified at the scenes of destruction happening in Southern California over the last week or more. Perhaps not surprisingly, I see that some people are saying that LA deserves this. They are conflating the dark excesses of the film, television, and music industries with the entire population of Southern California. Others are saying that it's part of a cleansing alchemy that the Earth is using now, as we enter into 5D. And it may be that, at least in part. Yet to me, those responses have to do with denial of the pain being experienced by many thousands of people who have lost homes, jobs, schools, community. Perhaps even a loved one. It also strikes me as a spiritual bypass, where it feels better to phrase things in a high-toned spiritual way, to protect ourselves emotionally. Other people are responding on a political level, noting that there were identical forms of destruction in the Lahaina fires on Maui in 2023, such as melted glass and metal, which fire alone doesn't get hot enough to do. They also point to purported plans to create smart cities in the destroyed areas. I find that while there may be real truth to aspects of the spiritual and the political outlook, they do not actively support the plants, animals, and humans experiencing this devastation. I'm using the cool transmuting violet flame of Saint Germain, and calling out to the angelic legions to assist however they are permitted to do so, yet it's easy to still feel we're not doing enough to help. I appreciate any wisdom you can share with us. The Collective, first, we wish to assist everyone in coming out of the very taxing and debilitating emotional state of panic and feelings of loss, as well as shock at seeing how much has been consumed by flames since the fires began. And so, we are flowing energies to you in this message, to assist you in returning, as you are ready and able to do so, to a general feeling of calm, knowing that whatever the losses and upheaval may be, there is still a powerful flow of light in the universe and on earth that assures one, all is well. Our writer has been sharing with many the phrase from the 14th century Christian mystic Julian or Juliana of Norwich, who wrote so beautifully on the issue of suffering, all is well, and all is well, and all manner of things shall be well. What you are entering into in the fifth dimension is far greater than the forms of experience you knew in the third dimension. Most assuredly, it will appear that Earth is still firmly stuck in the third dimension for the most part, given this sort of destruction, as well as war, poverty, inequality, and other issues still knocking at the door, begging to be solved or dissolved. We are aware of the great suffering and shock that many feel now, and have felt in this and many lives, as a result of harsh experiences. And yet, the range of experiences that human beings actively choose to take on in an earth life is magnificent in its way. Each person decides, before incarnating once again, what soul qualities they would most like to develop in their next life in the physical, and what circumstances and relationships might bring about that growth. And so, though it feels to be a ridiculous thought, nearly all choose traumatizing situations and events quite intentionally, for quite a number of Earth lives. Often this is to bring up the pain experienced in other Earth lives from those same situations, and to fully face and heal that great fissure within, between love and fear. At other times, a person desires to experience themselves what they have in another life put upon another, to release the pattern of victimizing others by experiencing victimization themselves. There are other scenarios as well, such as the opportunity to plant great light into a particular illness or form of violence. Yet we wish simply to remind you, none of this is put upon a person, but chosen by them. This we do not see as a spiritual bypass moment, so much as a way to view the other person as still in charge of their life, fulfilling choices made while still in the higher realms, for reasons of their individual path of soul growth. Most assuredly, there are many engaging in some form of bypassing the bigger issue now, as they prefer to remain in duality of the idea that some deserve their harsh circumstances. We do not support this, nor do we judge another's path. We would say merely, that in deciding to move up to the fifth dimension, humanity and Mother Gaia have entered into a new phase of release. Release from the age of destruction is not a neat nor a calm undertaking. Over the many thousands of years that humanity has been held in entrainment to a lower vibrational reality, human beings were programmed to believe that a fight for survival was the only reality available to them. In modern times, many have moved beyond survival into various forms of comfortable living, where they need not worry about hunting or tending crops in order to have food or shelter. Yet for most, the fear of death and the impulses of survival thinking still run much of their day, answering to programming and old trauma, calling to them from deep within the subconscious. Yet great and quite powerful higher light now flows to the earth from your sun soul sentient golden light particles that share the power and presence of divine love. And in that light, humanity has been reaching higher in outlook, vibration, and life choices.